Grand Rising. Um, I'm Dr. Lynn, and you know what today is. If you follow me, it's Wipeout Wednesdays. Yep. Um, I come on every Wednesday around 11 a.m. and do Wipeout Wednesdays. And I am with the Anew Practice, and the Anew Practice is a group of beautiful people that have come together under the leadership of Dr. Natiria Anew. And it's a sacred, safe place where we come together and we heal. We heal. We get to the bottom of what's going on, what's the programs that have been running us, and we take that and we create, get to our better, get to the better, get to the, by doing the work. So if you are interested in, or have been saying to yourself that, yeah, I want to figure out why stuff has been going on with me, or why I keep doing this, or I don't want to hurt anymore. I want to, but you want to do the work to remove it, then definitely you need to check out the Anew Practice. That's the Anew Practice. We're on Facebook. And then also, if you're interested in taking the classes or join the tribe, you can go to www.doctanu.com. So I was just giving a little minute for people to come in. Hey, Chandra. Hey, Kim. It's Wipeout Wednesday time. So what is Wipeout Wednesday? Wipeout Wednesdays is, I usually take a topic, a phrase, a word, or something that has happened within my life within the last week, where it was just something that just no longer serves me. Even an event or something where I'm like, you know what? Yeah, that was working for me, but now not so much. So I'm either willing to release it or take it and redefine it, so that it better serves me now for where I am at that point. And then replace, so that's replacing it with something that I do want and that works for me. So so that's what it is. Monday through Friday at 10 o'clock, around 10 o'clock, we have self-talk. And that's what the Anew Practice. And we come together, we talk to ourselves. We say the words that we need to hear from ourselves. And it's in a sacred place. Sometimes it leads into additional healing. You grab something from what other people are saying to themselves. So it's really a nice space to be in. And usually I found that my Wipeout Wednesdays are connected to whatever we've done in self-talk, because that self-talk has gotten me thinking, realizing and being aware of some things around me. So so that happens at 10 o'clock Monday through Friday. Dr. Anew was off this week because she actually took some time to do some self-care for herself. So that's been really good. And it's even helped me to do some for myself as well. And then, so that's kind of, you know, where this all comes from. So let me get into it, because I plan to not stay on here too long, because I got some actual homework to do for myself. So, so Wipeout Wednesdays today, the topic is called A Case of the Stinking Thinking. And what that is that last week during self-talk, Dr. Anew had us go in and realize how, where or what areas or where we were shining our light. Hey, Loretta. So she went in and she had us go in and figure out, like, what are some areas where you haven't been shining your light, or you've been dimming your light. And so we did that for, I believe, like 1 or 2 days. And then what she had us do was then say, okay, you've identified it. Now go in and self-talk yourself into where and what you want to be. Hey, Joanne. And so that's what we did. So the first day we discovered where we were dimming our light. And then we went in and spoke how we wanted to change and how we were going to shine our light. And so within that time, I did mine. And Dr. Nuke had said to me, she said, hey, Lynn, she said, Spirit was talking, I got a message from Spirit last night, and it was saying something to the effect of using From the Saucer, because I had said in my self-talk that I was going to get my website up. I said, it's time for me to get my website up. I've been not doing it, so on and so forth. So she said that, and I said, yeah. She said, because from the first time I've ever met you, you've always spoken and said how you were no longer wanting to serve from your cup. Like you give to people. Hey, Adrian, from your cup, and that you no longer wanted to serve from your cup. You wanted to serve from your overflow. So I was like, yeah. So I got excited. I went on to GoDaddy. I secured the domain, and I even said in my self-talk, I was like, get ready, everybody, because I'm about to get this going. I'm getting my website up, and I was pumped. I was ready. And I got off the phone. We got off the call, and I'm just pump. And I go downstairs to my son, Cam. Cam does websites. Like, he knows how to go in and create them, and he's done he's helped others do theirs. So all this time, like, even when I would say to people, and I've been saying for a while to people, like, yeah, I got to get my website. And they're like, okay, what you waiting on? Yeah, I got to get my website done. And even my uncle was like, look, by the time I come down there next year, you better have that website up and running, because I'm tired of hearing about you doing this website and not doing it. So I'm like, yeah, I know. So I go downstairs, and I was saying to myself, you have somebody, like, you don't even have to pay anybody to help you with this website, because that was my thing. I'm like, I don't want to get caught up in the technical stuff. I don't want to do all that. I just want to tell somebody what I want, let them, because that's not my lane. I just don't want to do it. So, but I have someone here right in my space that can do that. So I was pumped up for my self-talk and everything. And hey, Kathy. So I went downstairs, and I was still pumped. I was still excited. I was pumped. And I went down and I said, okay, Cameron, Saturday, because he works Monday through Friday. So I said, Saturday, we're going to do my website. This is what I want. I said, I don't want to have to, because which I love about him, he is the type of person that says, I'm not going to do it for you. I'll teach you how to do it so that you can handle it. And I knew that was one of my things. Like, I don't really want to know how to do a website. I don't. I just want to be able to go to somebody, say, this is what I want. And then I tell them, and then I look back and it's done. So I knew that that's not what I wanted to do. So I went to him and I said, look, I get how you function and how you work, but in this space right now, because I got to get this up and running, because I've been holding off doing it for so long, let me just tell you what I want, and then you do it. He said, okay, I understand, and we can do it Saturday. So Saturday rolled around, and I can't remember what I did. Oh, I went to work out. So I went to work out. I went to boot camp, went to work out, came back home, and I told him, I said, well, let me take a nap. I said, I'm a little sleepy, so let me take a nap. And one time I wake up, I'll be refreshed and ready. And then he said, okay, that's fine. Meanwhile, TJ came, and they decided they were going to go play some basketball. I said, okay, that's cool, because while you guys are out playing basketball, I'll sit here and start creating what I want and what I envision in my head. And then that way I could just tell you, and you won't be struggling and sitting there waiting for me to tell you why you're trying to do it. Cool. So we had a plan. So he left. I was home and everything. He came back and he said, okay, let's go. Said, okay. We sat down. And he started, And he's like, okay, what do you like? Da, da, da. And I tell you, that stinking thinking kicked in, and it kicked in heavy. And I was going, this is too much. I can't do this. Who's going to even come to the website? Like, oh my God, you did that. And it just was getting stronger and stronger. And it just started rolling and rolling. And so he's asking me these questions, and I'm going, And so he was helping me, but he was working on some things for his company. And he was working on something with his domain stuff. And so while he was working on that, he had some questions. He was like, oh, I have some questions about what I need to do, because he was trying to renew his domain, right? And but my stinking thinking was so heavy in that space that I started confusing him. And how I was confusing him was that I started going, well, what if somebody already took it? It had expired. So I said, what if somebody already took it? Go and look and see if somebody took it from you. So he's getting all, I'm like, I was just throwing it out there. It was just getting heavy, heavy, heavy. And finally he said, stop. He said, you are confusing me. He said, you are confusing me, and we need to stop. And I said, okay, all right. He goes, I'm going to go take care of what I need to take care of. You decide what you want to do, and then we'll come back together. I said, okay, you're right. So all that excitement that I had back on Wednesday or Thursday of last week when I was talking about, that was just gone. Like that stinking thinking had kicked in. It had started dimming my light. I was just like, I said, oh, let me go look at other people's websites and see, so I can help me get an idea. I looked at other people's websites and going, ooh, that looks complicated. Ooh, how'd they do all that? Ooh, I can't do that. Oh my God. It was terrible. So we didn't go back and do anything. Stinking thinking won that night. And then the next day he had sent off what he needed to send off because he had some questions. So he came back to me and he said, hey, they responded to me and they asked him, hey, Karen, they asked him 3 questions, which were very simple, and he had the answers. But when he came to me, because I was still caught up in that stinking thinking, I took those 3 questions and I ran off with it and went to this space of now, if they come back and they say you can't have it, I went straight to what could go wrong instead of just letting him answer his 3 questions. Luckily, and I am grateful, he stopped me and he said, you doing it again. Like, you really are confusing me. You're doing it again and you need to stop. And I said, and I'm glad that I listened. So I said, you're right. I said, I'm gonna be quiet and you do what's best for you and you answer the questions. You have the answers, you're right, and just see what they come back with. He did just that. He walked away, he left my space and he went and did what he needed to do. And within like 2 hours, he came back and he said, they just need me to pay the fee. I have the money. I'm going to send it now. And I'm going to take care of it. So he did. He came back about an hour later and he said, I don't even think it was an hour, to be honest with you. He came back and he said, I'm back up and running. He had his domain back. His website was back up. He was already back in there updating the things he wanted to change and update. I'm still sitting over here with no website and just sitting on my butt. So that's when I'm saying the stinking thinking, the case of the stinking thinking. So what am I doing now to wipe that out or reprogram it? I told myself, I said, look, you can't create in a state of fear, doubt, I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy enough. I'm afraid of success. I can't create in that space. Well, let me say this. I can create, but I'm not going to create what I truly desire and what I really want. So what I've decided is I decided that I was going to take a break and get myself back into my happy space. So what I've been doing for the last couple of days is I've been resting. I've been playing some music. I've been taking myself to events that made me feel good, made me happy, and feeding off of that. I just came back this morning from a really good walk and been listening to some affirmations. So now I feel like I'm in the vibration of I'm worthy. I'm ready to let my light shine. Even me coming up and doing this every week, this is a form of me allowing for my light to shine, for me to speak and do something that I truly love. And I love sharing and helping people to understand that they're not out there alone. Like sometimes these feelings that we have, sometimes the things we say about ourselves, that is once we get them out, we realize that one, we're not alone, and is it really true? So that's what I'm doing today. I'm removing the stinking thinking. Today, I'm in a better feeling. I'm in a better vibe. And so that's where I'm going to function. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to write out what I want the website to look like. I'm not going to make it complicated, because even he was saying when we were in that space before, he was telling me, he said, look, this is like, it's your website. So even if we put a whole website together and you look at it and you go, I don't like that, you can change it. Like, why are you so stuck on it has to be this one time, it has to be perfect? And that's what I went back and realized too, is that I have a fear, but I'm removing that fear of believing that I don't want to be judged. I don't want people to judge me. I don't want people to think that I'm not good enough. What I realize is that they're only responding to what's inside of me. So if I believe that I'm not worthy, if I believe I can't do it, then that's what I'm going to attract and have. So that's what I'm working on. I'm removing that. And I do believe that I have something to say. I have something wonderful to say and give. Whoever it's meant to be given to, they'll receive it. For those who don't, it doesn't even make them wrong. It's just that I am not the person for them. They're not the person for me. And that's okay. Like I said before, I've said, I don't like shrimp. That doesn't make me a bad person. It's just, I don't like shrimp. That doesn't make the person who does like shrimp bad. It just is. It just is. So that's how I'm removing the case of the stinking thinking concerning my website, concerning my business. I can do this. I will do this. I enjoy doing this. And so that's what I'm going to do. So tomorrow is Independence Day. He's off from work. So that's when I said I'm not going to stay on long, because I'm going to do my homework. And what my homework is that I'm going to sit down and write out what I want to see on my website, so that we can come together tomorrow on his day off. I can give him what I want on there, and then he's gonna produce it so that I can get this thing going. Because it's just energy. It's just old programs that kick in and have you believing that you're not worthy, you're not good enough, someone else is better, and even a thing of control, because I was trying to control it, and it wasn't working out. So I am surrendering. And I am going into my happy space. I'm going to stay in my happy space and create this website. So that's what Wipeout Wednesdays is about this week. What Or what stinking thinking, or what case of the stinking thinking do you currently have going on? What's something that, like, you know in your heart and you're like, yeah. But when you go to execute it, the stinking thinking kicks in and kind of puts a block on you. Like, what is that? Ask yourself, share in the comments, share in the comments, share the video if you think it will help and assist someone else, because that's what I love doing. I love helping. I love assisting. I love doing it in a loving, caring way. I said, no judgment, but I was judging myself. And so that's what I'm going to work on. I'm turning around and I'm giving myself some self-love, self-care. That's, like I said, Dr. New suggested to us. She suggested, because she said she was going to do it, and it sparked me to say, hey, I need to do that too. So that's what it is. That's what Wipeout Wednesdays is this week. A case of the stinking thinking. Like I said, I was in such an amazing mood and vibe and energy last week when we were talking about no longer dimming our light, like shine, shine, shine. And but then I allowed that stinking thinking to come through the door and put a pause on me for getting my website done. But that's what the Wipeout Wednesdays. Hey, Dr. New. Hope you enjoyed your rest. I was just talking about you. And so that's what it is. It's me getting out of that, removing that stinking thinking and saying, no, I am worthy. I am up and running. And I am ready to do what I love each and every day. And what do I love? I love assisting people to get to their happiness, whatever that they determine is their happiness, not what I determine it to be, what you determine it to be. And just, and just being an assistant to others and myself, and letting people know that you're not alone. I think that's my biggest thing too, is to let people know that you're not alone. Like, we all have these feelings, and sometimes we don't express them, and then we believe that it's just us, and it's not. Let's see. Oh, okay. She says she can't hear. Well, Dr. New says she can't hear, but no worries, because this is recorded. And so for anybody who's listening on the replay, still share your comments. Like I said, what is something that has gotten you blocked, a stinking thinking, a program that you're going, yeah, like, this just don't serve me no more, and I'm ready to let it go. Share. Also, I am a life coach. I'm a certified life coach through the Anu practice. I'm actually a doctor of metaphysics. Also, I received that through the Anu practice. So if you're looking for someone where you're like saying, yeah, I'm ready to remove this block, I'm ready to get to my happy, hit me up, reach out, and I'd be more than welcome to assist you to get there. If for any reason I don't personally resonate with you, no worries. We have a team of people on the Anu practice. You can go to www.doctanu.com, and I'm sure you'll be able to find somebody that resonates with you to help you get to your happier you. Monday through Friday, we do self-talk with the Anu practice. So follow the page on Facebook. And that's just a space where we come together and we say those words to ourselves that we need to hear. And we gain and get so much out of that. At least I do. And then at 11 o'clock, Monday through Friday, one of the doctors or the practitioners or the ambassador comes on our own pages, and we share. On Mondays, there's Dr. Wendy Wynn. She is our Motivational Mondays, and she gets you pumped. She gets you pumped for for the week. She shares self-care. She's all about beauty and just loving on yourself. And so that's our Mondays. On Tuesdays, we have Ambassador Mary, and Mary does cards, and she gives you inspiration. She tells you, she speaks with your soul, and she helps you that way and inspires, gives inspiration. Wednesdays is me, Dr. Lynn, Wipeout Wednesdays. And I usually, like I said, I take a phrase or something that has happened to me during the previous week. And if it's something I want to wipe it out or redefine it. And then I replace it. Then I let you know what I'm replacing it with, because, you want to fill your tank back up. On Thursdays, we have Dr. Anu, our amazing mentor, and I call her the wild card, because you never know what she's going to have, but it's going to be something good. So that's why I call her that. And then we have Dr. Tiffany, and she does Feel Good Fridays, and she is she shares her experiences and gets you thinking about, like that happened to me too, and she walks you through how she walked herself through it, and which inspires me, and I'm sure others, to do the same. So she ends it up with the feel good. So that usually carries us through the weekend, and then boom, we're right back on Monday. But even on the weekends, make sure you follow the Anu Practice page, because sometimes Dr. Anu pops in. One of us pops in. So follow the individual pages and also the Anu Practice page. Hey, Coco. But yeah, that's what it is. It's just us coming together and shining our lights, and just out there helping and assisting others as we are helping and assisting ourselves. So it's a team effort. So so that concludes Wipeout Wednesdays for this week. Like I said, share in the comments. If you have something that you're going, you know what? Yeah, that is some stinking thinking, and I'm just not down with that anymore. And share what you are going to replace it with. For me, like I said, this thinking around my website, me not feeling worthy enough, me going, can you do it? Who's going to see? I'm wiping that out. And I'm just getting into the vibration of happy, peace, love, joy, inspiration. And then I'm going back in, and I'm going to create my website. So stay tuned. I will not let this thinking, it just doesn't serve me anymore. Obviously, it served me in some way for a while because I've allowed it to stay, but no more. I'm changing, and so it has to go. And so that's what it's going to do. And I'll be back next week. Definitely will be back telling you what my website is and where it's at and all that good stuff. But just with another topic, if you think of something or something comes up, message me and we can talk about that. That's what it is. So everyone, enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your rest of your week. I'll see you next week. If not, hope to see you tomorrow on Self Talk. I believe we'll be back on Self Talk tomorrow. If not tomorrow, maybe Friday. I'm not quite sure. But 10 o'clock, follow my page, because I always post when we go live in Self Talk. So follow my page, or any of the other doctors are the ambassador. And I will see you next week. Enjoy. Love you. Bye.